Megatronic here, aka Kyle. Today we're going to be reviewing and unboxing Transformers Legacy Leader Skyquake. And I know what you're thinking. How the hell did you get this so early? Here's my proof of me actually having this. This is only one. I bought it from a seller on eBay. So I'm gonna open it up. I did buy this. I didn't steal it from a factory like Prime vs. Prime or someone else, or Chief Patron or whatever his name is. I don't do that stuff. I don't have interconnections with Vietnamese workers for Hasbro, and I don't have that kind of money to be dropping on anything illegal. So I bought this off of eBay. Here is Skyquake. He looks, I like the box. It looks very, very cool. And he is packaged like this in jet mode. And let's get into the review.
So, let's get started into this figure. And hopefully you guys saw enough proof that I didn't just somehow steal this from a factory. I don't have the money to do so anyways, and I showed off all the stuff. I will be putting the eBay listing if his eBay listing is still available and you want to buy him yourself. I will put it down in the comment section below. If it is not still up by the time this video goes up on Saturday, March, I think March 3rd. When this video goes up then, if the eBay listing is still on, he's still in stock, I will be posting it and pinning it in the comment section down below, so you guys can buy him for yourself. He is the standard leader class price with a couple bucks extra, so roughly $62, plus about $8 for shipping, so, and tax, which he's roughly like $72, so, yeah, your money. If you want to spend that much on him, that's your choice. Before we get into the figure, let's get into his accessories. He comes with a smaller and skinnier submachine gun. I do wish this was a bit bigger, especially for him, because he's a beefcake. There's a black plastic here, and it's on a ball peg, so this can rotate and accommodate his hands. And his sword can store. And here's the sword. You can flip out the sword, and it's in like an amber-ish orange, which I think is neat. There's some nice detailing on it, and it flips back in. When you do plug it into his hand, see this notch right here? That will have to be on the open slot of the hands. So this is kind of asymmetrical. When he's holding it in his right hand, this is the one thing that kind of does suck about the sword. When he's holding it in his right hand, it will be facing like this, where the sharp bit will be like that. When he's holding it in his left hand, the sharp bit will be facing forward, and it will hinge backwards. I might shave this down right here. I'm not too sure yet. I don't get why they did this, but hey, your figure, your choice. Once you buy it, it's yours. You can do whatever the hell you want with it. And this can just store it back in there, like so. Now let's move on to the figure. If you hear rain or thunder while I'm recording, I apologize. A storm literally popped out of nowhere right when I started recording this segment. So, the detailing on this figure is amazing. Yes, we have elements from G1 Skyquake, but there's a lot of Prime Skyquake in this, and this is what I love about this figure. They perfected the G1ification. The head is a nice mix between the G1 and the Prime. The shoulder pads are just Prime. Prime all the effing way. I do like how the wings are. I kind of wish they would be angled down, but oh well. I mean, just the detailing on them alone, really, really good. And I didn't think I'd like the chest really as much, but it's grown on me. I do wish this crotch plate up here in green could have been this gunmetal, but oh well. Just the detailing is very outstanding. And there's nothing hollow on this figure. I mean, the hollow bits are covered up, so yeah. I mean, this might be a little worrisome to some, might be a little gappy to some people. I don't care. So, yeah. Let's get into articulation. The head is on a ball joint. It can do the full 360. It can look all the way up. It can be staring at you from above. The shoulder pads, let's do these first. So they're on 2 hinges. One here, one here. All the way at the top above this hinge is a ball peg. So the top of this is on a ball joint, so it can do all that stuff, and the hinge. And then it's also on a swivel joint right here, so it can swivel at the base. So it can pretty much accommodate everything you want the arms to do. So I'm going to move this out of the way so we can focus on the shoulder itself. Now, because of transformation and because of the minigun, he has a butterfly joint, like so. The shoulder pad does kind of, it stops here. I just want to mention that. But other than that, it can accommodate the shoulder in every other really way. So he does have a butterfly joint, so he can move his arm all the way out there. It may look ghastly to some, but you can, like I said, try and angle this as best as possible. I guess like that. He can do a full 360. He can butterfly backwards a bit. I do wish these kind of tabbed in. They just don't on my copy. And this backpack section just doesn't want to tap in really at all. Oh well. The arms. Oh, listen to these. It's been a good while since I've heard those types of ratchets on a figure. And I kind of missed them, not gonna lie. Bicep swivel. Above the elbows. You have a double jointed elbow, which if you get it a certain way, you can get a pretty decent elbow bend. Way over 90. Which, that's nice. Wrists. There is a wrist swivel. I was worried. I thought it would just be a flip out wrist, but nope. Speaking of that, you can move this, and you can always move the wrist in or a little bit outwards. Sadly, you cannot move them because when the hand is in this position for the sword, because the thumb gets in the way. That is a little bit of a disappointment, but that would have been fan moding to an extent, so the engineers did not design it to do that. Another thing that the designers did not design to do, if you untransform him, he has an ab crunch. Like, that's really cool. I like that. You get a full waist swivel. You can do the full 360. Legs, if you listen to this, soft ratchet detents, but crotch gets in the way. He can kind of deliver the big boot. If you do his ab crunch, it looks like he's doing a better big boot. Out to the side, listen to this. It's soft going up, but going back down, you get those clicks. So soft up, clicky down. Oh. That is... They sound different on either legs, but it seems fine. So basically, full splits. You have thigh rotation. Once again, because of transformation, you have a double jointed knee. So you have a hinge here, and then a hinge up here. But when you do the double joint, you want to move this wing out of the way so you don't accidentally chip the red paint on this. And you can get a very deep knee bend. And let me just show you how both hinges can move like that. And he can do a kneeling position, which is nice. So when he's bowing down to Megatron. Ankles. Now, this is the one part of the figure that the only really weak part of it to me, other than it not being able to tab in as well with the wings. This much ankle pivot, which, I mean, that's all you really need. Yeah, we could have some more, but realistically, we don't really need much more. Feet can go down, not up really. There is no ankles other than these little thrusters, which leads to this problem. Now, with the lack of ankles, this means, really, he's kind of back heavy. Yeah, So just be careful when you're posing him. I kind of just click the thighs forward once on the ratchets, just so he doesn't fall over as easily. So yeah, that's kind of the only real downside to him, other than this stuff not really tabbing in as well. But hey, it's a lot better than the old Prime figure. And speaking of old Prime figure, let's get into comparisons. And here he is with the original Voyager class Skyquake. And holy crap, they really knocked it out of the park. I mean, basically, I think this is as close as they could really do. If we do get Studio Series, this is a good, if they ever do want to do a Studio Series version where it's completely like accurate and stuff, this is just showing what they're fully going to do. I mean, it's a perfect mix of G1 and Prime. I'm blown away, honestly, and I love the colors on this guy more than this guy. I mean, to be honest, this isn't a great figure. I mean, yeah, it was one of my holy grails, but this figure is dated. I mean, this guy really blows him out of the water. And I gotta say, this guy's a great figure. Here he is with my Transformers Prime customized Legacy bulkhead, and I hope you guys like that stop motion that I did. He gets obliterated by Skyquake. I think this is a good scale. I know people don't really care for this figure. I really do like this figure with the new green I did. I think this is a good scale. Yeah. Here he is with Legacy Leader Blitzwing, and scale, I mean, I'm glad they went with him to being a smaller Voyager. I think he would just be out of scale if he was as big as him. He's a triple changer. Plastic went there. The budget went to his triple changing bits. This is just a big old boy. Here he is with 86 liter Grimlock, just so you can see how big he is compared to the 86 liter Dinobots. I mean, I do kind of wish he was a tiny bit taller, but I mean, he's a good figure. It's fine. And lastly, just because people might ask how these two scale, here he is with APC Toys Megatron. And I hope APC Toys does a take on the Skyquake, because this is the perfect height for Skyquake and Dreadwing to Megatron, in my opinion. I mean, they're not head to head, but they are like very close. I want to say he's as tall as he's roughly APC Toys Optimus Prime's height. So I really do enjoy how tall he comes to him. And let's move on to the vehicle mode. Sorry about my lighting, got a little bit weird. So the first thing that I normally do when I transform him is I come here to the back and I just untab everything. So, oops. I just untab it like that. Don't swing it out just yet. Then you want to come back to the front. Move the arms up and out of the way. And then what I do, so there's clearance, I rotate the waist like this. And then I take the hinges and move the wings and everything forward, like so. Same thing with the other side. Just want to make sure there's room and just rotate it all forward. Now back here, just rotate the waist back and move it back in the ab crunch. Then you want to rotate that back, rotate that back like so. And then you can tab it together. There we go. Then you want to rotate the shoulder pads out of the way. Let's go back down here to the intersection. You want to put that all the way out. This little section here. Rotate these down and hinge them around. Hinge that around like so for now. Then what you're going to want to do is you just want to have the front of the waist facing the thruster, and then you just want to collapse these in on themselves like so, and just collapse it all up. you want to rotate the thigh like that, so this piece is showing and the landing gear is showing. Then you want to rotate this all the way around. Rotate that so the grill piece is showing up, and then collapse this in on itself. Collapse in the toes, like so. And then you want to bring all this up, but before you do that, you want to push the head back on a slider joint, like so. You want to bring these up, and these will tab into the side of the jets. And just go ahead and bring up the nose cone, tab that all in. Bring down the cockpit, and tab these in on the sides. And then we'll go to the arms for now. So you want to collapse them like so. Bring out this little piece, the cover. Bring in the hand. And then collapse them down. So it's like that. Bring that out. Collapse that down. Collapse the entire thing together. So. Oops. And then just bring that down. And then tab the arms in together. Get that all in there. Go back to the top. Make sure the head's kind of tilted back. Bring all this together. Collapse these, tab them in like so. And then there's a notch in there that's going to tab all the way in. There we go. You might have to retab the shoulder pads a bit. And then basically, there's a tab and there's a slot leg. You just tab that on in. Same thing at the other side, tab it on in. And yeah, we are done. Here's Skyquake in his jet mode. And yeah, I think it's a really cool looking jet. He does have actually functioning landing gear. Sadly, the wheels don't spin, but at least he actually has molded in landing gear, which is pretty cool. And you can bring in this thing, then you can tab it in. That's how you know they're in all the way. And yeah, here we have him in his jet mode. Forgot to move the little wings up, but yeah, it's a nice combination of his G1, G2 toy, and then Prime. So yeah, nice detailing, nice painting. I mean, I don't have to customize anything on him, in my opinion. I think he's just perfect the way he is, paint and deco wise. So let me just get into the issues that I do have with this figure real quick, which is just, I wish he had better heels, and I just wish the waist would have been better, but that is an ab crunch, so yeah. That's pretty much it though. This figure is pretty much flawless in every other way. And yeah, I highly recommend you guys going and checking this guy out. Like I said earlier, I will put the link down in the description and the pinned comment below so you guys can check him out. This has been Megatronic. See you guys in the next one.